Welcome to the Everything podcast for creatives who do everything except pick one thing.
In this podcast, we talk to multi-passionate creatives, artists, writers, entrepreneurs, and innovators of all kinds about how they manage their many projects, what works for them, and the lessons they've learned along the way. We have conversations about unconventional careers and take a look into the creative minds that refuse to fit in a box.
New episodes every first Wednesday of the month.
Hello, and welcome to episode 7 of the Everything podcast. We are so excited. Today is our last episode of 2025, and we are joined by the lovely Leticia Américo. She is a template creator, systems wizard, and an entrepreneur who turned a $8 Notion template on Etsy into a thriving digital business. So Leticia has been selling templates while working full-time at a hospital. That's how she started. And today she's taught over 500 students, made 7,000 plus digital project sales, launched programs with 1,700 plus members, monetized her YouTube channel, all in just 8 months. And she's helped hundreds of creators grow their own digital product businesses. Oh my gosh, I'm speaking so much that I'm stumbling already. And she even became an official Notion ambassador. She's originally from Brazil and now living in the UK coast. And she's also the first in her family to move abroad, which I think is amazing. A true example of what's possible when strategy meets courage. So welcome, Leticia.
Yay! Hello, I am so happy I'm here today. Thank you so much for inviting me, Kelly and Maria. I am really honored and I just happy to chat with you guys today.
Oh, we are excited as well. Thank you for joining us. Okay, let's just jump in, right?
Let's jump right in. Okay, Kelly, take it away.
Question number 1. So you started with a single $8 template on Etsy. At what point did you realize this wasn't just a side project, but like the beginning of your journey to freedom?
Wow, it took a little while. When I started the Etsy shop, my goal was just to make like an extra $500 a month. I would be happy, like 500 pounds a month. I would be happy just to make some extra income and don't rely on just my job and just pay the bills and survive. I just wanted to have like that extra. And I started I was just having fun. I wasn't I didn't have a business plan. I didn't know what I was doing. I was just having fun with it. And I love Notion as well. So I started putting like these templates there that I was using it for myself. And the first time that I realized that could be more than just a side hustle and that could be something like the beginning of my freedom journey was when I went to Brazil. So after 5 years living in England, I didn't manage to go back to Brazil because COVID, because of like money reasons and so many things. And for the first time, I managed to save the money to go back to Brazil to stay there for 5 weeks, which was amazing.
Wow.
And I was still in my full-time job and I was having my Etsy shop and a website as well to sell the same templates. And I was getting so many sales while I was in the beach, while I was on holiday. I was there with my nan, having like tea with my nan and coffee and just eating a lot of food and just like having fun. And my phone was like, oh, you just made a sale. You just made a sale. And I was like, thank you. And I always like to say thank you when the person that buy the template. So thanks, Maria. Thanks, Kelly. And like my family was like, you are crazy. But I was just like having so much fun. And when I got back from that trip, I realized that I made more money in my Etsy shop than in my full-time job. And I was like, okay, so there's something here.
Yeah.
And I started to like think about, okay, what else could I do with this? Because there's actually something here. Like I made more than in my full-time job just on Etsy, not even counting like the website sales. And I have to work so hard to make this money. Like I worked in a hospital, so I know how hard I have to work, 12 hours without sitting, like basically to make that same amount. So that's how my journey started. And yeah.
That is so inspiring, honestly. Like, and I think it's nice as well that it started as something just for fun, right?
Yes.
Like, I don't know. I'm looking at Kelly already because I just say the word fun and I look at Kelly because Kelly tries everything for fun and it's like her thing. And so to see that that has the potential to then grow into something sustainable, to grow into business, you know, something larger is I think really inspiring personally.
Oh yeah, I mean, for me, the same. I was like, fun. I hear fun. I hear fun. Yes, yes, it's fun.
Sign me
But
up.
I know, but that's like that's how it should be. You know, like ideally, in a perfect world, we just do it for fun, and somehow, like the ball rolls and keeps rolling, and snowball effect. You know, like that's yeah. I love that for you,
Yes.
honestly.
Thank you. Yeah, I love that too. It's fun.
Exactly.
I think that leads well into the next question, which is your mission is centered around helping others find freedom through digital products, which I think is really nice. So it's not only that, you know, you did that for yourself, but now you also want to help others manage to do the same thing, right? So how would you define freedom now? And how has that definition maybe shifted since you quit your job?
Well, that definition has evolved over the years, but for me right now, being feeling free, having this like feeling free, okay, I actually feel free, is having the power of choice, being able to choose, okay, I can choose how I want to spend my time, I can choose where I want to work, I can choose where I want to live, what projects do I want to work on, what I want to learn, and I'm just in that position where I can choose things is something that I consider freedom now because I've been in both places now. I can tell the difference, especially when I moved to the UK, like on my first years, I couldn't choose anything. Like it was this or this, like you have no choice. And I had to be in toxic jobs that I couldn't leave because how I was
Money.
going to, yeah, money. How was I going to pay my bills? I have no family around me. I had no other things to count on. So I didn't have a choice in so many aspects of my life. And I really always had that desire to have freedom. And that's one of the reasons why I moved abroad. But the reality was completely different to what I initially thought. But I was learning things. That was the foundation for me to give me the motivation and the courage to actually create that freedom, because in my community now I actually call them freedom creators, because that's what I believe. Like we create our freedom, we just don't sit down and wait for it to come. Like we have to use the gifts and the talents that we have to create that option for ourselves. And sorry, what was the second
Um,
question?
sorry, it was like so how that definition has shifted. So I think you did touch upon that. So and I love that idea as well, like we create our own
Yeah.
freedom. I think that that is such a good way to put it because I don't know, so many times people, especially in the online world, we're expecting things to fall from the sky, right? It's like,
Yeah.
hey, but I published, you know, 3 things. Why am I not rich? You
Yeah.
know? And so I really like that idea.
Yeah, and I guess that's like that's what we see online, right? Like some people tend to put stories out there that it's super easy and like you just have to do one thing and just sit around and wait for it to come to you, but that isn't the truth, you know. You have to really like you have to work for it. And I love that you could really like see the difference of freedom for yourself, like struggling and toxic jobs and to create this kind of freedom for yourself. Yeah, it's beyond inspiring, I think.
Mhm.
So yeah.
And I'm sure there was also touching on that, what you were saying, Kelly, is like internet makes it seem like it's so fast, it's
Yeah.
so easy, it's effortless.
Yeah.
But for you, in your experience, Leticia, like, were there sacrifices that you had to make? Like, you know, was there like a struggle period where you had the opposite of freedom so that then you could have freedom?
Yeah, absolutely. And that was something that it was really hard for me because I actually lost a friendship in the
Oh
process.
no.
I'm a friend. We are friends again, but we
Okay.
had a a
Yeah.
big break on our friendship because I was so obsessed about it.
Oh.
And I was like, wait, I'm so intense. When I start something, I'm that kind of person. Okay, sorry, I'm busy. I'm doing Notion templates. And I was that I couldn't, like, I didn't communicate with my friends. Okay, hey, I'm doing this thing. I really need to focus on this. I work 40, like 50 hours a week. I don't have any more time. Like the time that I have, I actually want to build this thing. And I didn't have that emotional intelligence back then. So I was just like hustling and creating things, and I didn't really talk to my friends and explain to them. And that caused some issues, and we like kind of like broke up like our friendship for a while. But I had to make a lot of sacrifices, and that's something that I don't see a lot of people share on social media. You usually just see them sharing the figures, the travels, and all the goodness
like the
that
tip
comes
of
with
the
it.
iceberg, right? I always like say it to people. I'm the one to share like the part that's like underneath the water, like the part that nobody else shares, the struggles we all go through. Yeah.
And I
It
think
must have been really
it's
hard.
important, and it's I think especially since you do work a lot with helping others achieve the same things, or at least try to achieve the same things, and I think it's really valuable that they are aware of what it takes, right? Because it's not just arriving, publishing your first thing. It's a little bit going down that like obsessive tunnel vision at the beginning, and not necessarily being balanced in the beginning to then find a different kind of balance, later on, I think as well. Like, I don't know. I am also definitely like guilty of doing that when I start a new project, really tunnel visioning. I don't know if you have the same experience.
I mean, I
No, for
call it
me, it's it's like this as well.
It's rabbit holes, right? I mean,
you can't get out of it. It's like
No.
once you have that momentum, I think it's so important that you use that energy towards that thing, because we all know as creatives, we start projects, our energy's up there, like we are so excited, and we know that's not gonna last a long time.
Exactly.
So if you are trying to like, oh, okay, I just want everything to be balanced, like all equal areas, and it's not gonna happen.
No, it's
so
true.
we all have to make those sacrifices for a limited time. Not forever.
You can't choose when that happens either. Like it happens to you. It's like you have to roll with it because it's so true.
And it's funny because it's really something you can't schedule. I mean, I speak for myself. You can't schedule creativity. You can schedule, admin, you can schedule meetings, you can schedule all these things, but not when you're going to be inspired. And it's usually extremely inconvenient.
It is. Oh, yeah. It's so true.
Yeah, tell me about it. I do all the Notion templates, and then like reality is completely different, especially as like women. Our body changes so much throughout the month, so you cannot expect to be like, oh, nope. Sometimes I write so many like scripts for videos, and then the next week I was like, why did I do that? I don't want to do any of that anymore.
100%.
There's no balance. Never is. It's like all or nothing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The balance is the imbalance, if you will, almost.
Exactly.
Like,
Oh, that's quite funny. I think a lot of people will be like nodding along, like, oh, yes, yes, I feel that.
That makes sense, yeah.
Okay, let's see. Question number 3. I love this one. So, how do you personally decide which goals get your attention and which ones can wait?
Well, again, this is another process that is evolving a lot. I have been using the same framework for the past 3 years that I found it that really works for me. But the whole thing, like, it changes a little bit. So right now, for me, the first thing is really stillness, is praying, because this year I got really like close to my spirituality. I started for the first time really like prioritizing that moment with myself, and just like be still and meditate and pray and just be like in complete silence. So that's the first thing. Before I set any goals, I just spend some time alone in silence, thinking and praying, and that's the first thing. And the second thing is identifying what's the emotional season that I'm going in. So just like in nature, we have like seasons, right? We have winter, we have spring, we have summer. We also have those seasons in our life. So I can see this in my life very clearly. I don't know about you guys, but
Oh
I
yeah,
can see,
100%.
oh, this is winter for me. This is definitely winter. Or this is like summer. I want to go out. I want to do things.
Yeah.
So winter, for example, is that stillness, right? You slow down, you start to reflect, you start to just think about things, and it's not about doing. It's not the doing season. And summer, on the other hand, is the expansion, is about doing things, is where you batch content and launch new projects, is that energy that you need to put out there. So the second thing for me is defining what season I'm in. And the next step for me is picking a focus. And this is the hardest step, right? I don't
imagine,
know if I can
Yeah.
see the heads nodding.
I mean, you
because-
can't see us, but we're nodding our heads
Yeah,
continuously.
yeah, that's definitely the hardest part, because as creatives, we have like so many things that we want to put into the world. We want to contribute, we want to create things, and it's hard to pick like one thing. But instead of picking like one thing, I pick one focus for the year. For example, when I have too many things, like, oh, I have this project, I have no idea, I just have all these ideas. Again, my number 7 is my favorite number. So I just put 7 goals, like things that I want to accomplish in that year. And I try to see which one really pulls my attention. Okay, which one, if I achieve that at the end of the year, I'm going to feel like, oh my God, I am so proud of myself. This is the best year of my life. So I try to pick that one goal and systematize and create systems around it to implement that one thing. It doesn't mean that I'm not going to do the other ones, but it's very important for me to have a focus, because otherwise I will watch a video on YouTube and I'll be, oh, this is a great thing. Should we start a new business now? And usually most of my results come from 80%, like from the 20%. And it's so true. So what's the point of like really splitting your energy between 20 projects if one of them is actually going to give you pretty much what you want? And there is a book as well that I love it, which is The One Thing. Again, don't judge if you are creative, but it helps you to identify what's really necessary. So there's a quote from the book, which is, what is the one thing that if I can do such that, but that by doing that one thing, everything else becomes easy or unnecessary? So this is a question that I meditate like for weeks sometimes. What's the one thing that if I do it, everything else becomes easier or unnecessary? And sometimes that takes a while for you to identify, but it just gives you so much like focus. Okay, I'm gonna do this thing. That's where you wake up in the morning, you know, like what you're working towards. And it doesn't mean that you're only gonna do that thing. Like,
of course,
again, we can always do like other things. We always have different
side
projects,
quests.
but having that one focus, it's really important. And as a person, as a Libra, very indecisive and very like,
I'm laughing
hard.
over here as the second Libra in the room. I'm laughing over here. But you're no better, Kelly. You're no better.
No. I'm like, no, don't look at me.
Yeah. No, but I actually really like that question. And we'll definitely try to write that down so we can put it in the notes of the episode, because I think it's such a smart question to reflect on.
It is.
I think we even spoke about it last week, maybe, if I'm remembering correctly, Kelly, but it's funny how we sometimes compromise, being more selective and prioritizing, because we feel like we're compromising a part of ourselves, as people with a lot of ideas, as creatives. We feel identified to all of our ideas sometimes, and that can be tricky because it's not feasible, right? So that's such a, I think, solid question, because as you said, it's not either or, like you can still do other things, but you know when you wake up, okay, this is my priority.
Yes.
Makes a difference.
Yeah, it's like you said, focus is the hardest one to do, but it's also sort of the most important one, I guess. So
Yeah.
yeah,
I
love
like
that.
that question. Yeah, that's a really
Yeah,
good
yeah.
question.
I just wrote like a whole newsletter sort of about goals, because goals and me, it's always been a tricky one. So I really like listening to your process, and the season part is so like, I think 2025 was the year I discovered that I also have seasons and I really need to honor them.
I'm just like a plant.
Yeah.
Yes, exactly.
We are very similar to plants, actually.
Yeah.
I love plants, and if you just pay attention to nature, everything,
Yes.
we are so similar.
Yeah.
And that's why I like to, once I have that focus, I like to create systems. Okay, what systems can I put in place to make it easy for me to embody this identity? Because it's not just about the goals or the habits, it's about the person that you are becoming. You are becoming a different version of yourself, and you need to embody that in all aspects of your life. It's not just a checklist that you go there, oh, check, done. It's not just that. So for that, if you guys love like structure and having systems, I follow the 12-week year, which is the system that I've been using for the past 3 years. And it really works for me because basically you have one big goal for the year. So that's your one big focus. And you're going to break that big goal into 4 quarterly supporting goals. So for example, let's say you want to start a YouTube channel. So your goal is to monetize a YouTube channel. That's your yearly goal. So what you're going to do, you're going to break it down. What are the goals can I set for the first quarter of the year that is going to get me a little bit closer to that goal? So that could be publish 10 YouTube videos. So once you have that, you're going to break it down. You can use ChatGPT as well. It's very nice. Like when you put ChatGPT, just tell me what I need to do. And I just copy and paste into my Notion because I like to have everything. Okay, I need to learn how to edit. I need to create a thumbnail. I need to create the video. I need to write the idea. So once you have the system set up, you don't need to spend any energy thinking about it. You just need to sit down, okay, grab a drink, grab a coffee, make it fun, make the process enjoyable, but do the thing. Like once you have that, all you need to do for the next 12 weeks is just follow that system. And if that doesn't work, you can always adjust, but it's a short period, but it's not so short as well. So for me, I found it that 90 days is the sweet spot. If I put a goal like for 6 months, I get bored. But 90 days is really the sweet spot. So once you've done with that, okay, what's next? So you're always having that focus.
And that's such a good amount of time as well to see if something takes off, because also less than that, you can't really tell if it's working or not. And that's, I think, this space where so many people give up on their ideas because like, I'm not making money. It's been 5 minutes. Oh, okay, this is not working. Next, So I do think that's a really good system. And I've heard about it, but I had never tried it. So I'm glad you spoke about it because now we have the testimonial.
Yeah, exactly. Thank you. That's very helpful.
Yeah. And I think I've seen you have that template, right?
Yeah, I do have a Notion template for that as well. It's one of my best sellers, by the way.
Yay! So we're going to be linking that for everybody who's already interested.
But
It'll be in the
also,
description.
Maria and Kelly, they are going to link in the description. I have a free template if you just want to go through, just run an audit for your life and for your business and go through that seasons, the emotional seasons, and all those, like this framework. I have a free template for that. So we're going to leave that linked for you guys.
Definitely.
And
awesome.
if you want to buy the template, feel free.
But for sure. I might be buying it.
Yeah, exactly. It's like it's such a nice, I think, as well moment for it because it's the new year approaching. Everybody kind of wants to reflect and then also redirect, coming into the new year. So I think it's such a nice time as well that we're talking about goals. It's not a coincidence.
Oh no. We planned this.
So I guess in a way you've already started touching upon this next question, which is being a multi-passionate creative can get noisy online. So I was just thinking about what we were talking about with, you just go onto YouTube and you have 70 more ideas because someone was talking about this and you learned that. So it gets noisy, right? How do you filter out the shoulds from the gurus and stay connected with what you actually want?
Well, again, another big challenge for
Mhm.
us creatives
Yes.
because you go anywhere, especially when you have a business that you are on social media, you are actually out there in the trenches creating content. It's really impossible to not compare yourself and not like take
Yeah.
what other people are doing. And it's so easy to get confused about what you want when you see people doing things, because the way people do things, the way people like perform on social media, it makes it look like that's the right way. So if you are going in a different direction, it feels
Yeah.
like, okay, I'm actually going in the wrong path here. So I need to change everything about my life. And that can get very overwhelming and confusing and frustrating. So what I've been doing in terms of like practical things is to unfollow people. Just unfollow. So if you don't want to if you don't want to unfollow, just mute. Start. I've muted like 100 people like not long ago because I was so fed up one day. I was like, I'm so confused. I don't even know what I want anymore, because every day I want something. I was reading my journal and every day was something completely different. And I was like, I just need to silence. I need to really silence this noise and get connected with myself. What do I want? And ask myself this question, and don't listen to anything. Don't go on YouTube. Don't put a podcast on. You can listen to this one, but please do. But don't expect the answer to come from ChatGPT, from the outside world, because it needs to come from you, because it's your life. You only have this one life, and it's very short. Like, it goes very fast. So if you waste your life like living someone else's life, that's not the point. So that's what I've been doing. I just silence people. I try to follow people that are embodying the values that I admire. So some values, like, for example, freedom, creativity, fun, adventure. Like, how can I follow people that are living this in their lives, but not necessarily business related, or just doing something very similar to me that is going to make me compare? So sometimes I follow a lot of cooking videos or things that are random, and you might think, oh, that's not gonna help you in anything, but it does, because it's touching into a value that is really important for me. So,
I think that makes perfect sense.
I think so too. Yeah.
I like that it's just like harsh reality, unfollow. I mean,
it's so easy, but also maybe not. Like, it sounds easy, but I guess you do have to like do it, right? Like,
it's hard.
Because the moment you open up like your social media apps, you sort of forget what you were gonna do in the first place. And then you're just like scrolling away without thinking about the fact that you were actually gonna mute accounts or like unfollow them.
Or maybe you're looking for something. I mean, that happens to me. I don't know about you guys, but like sometimes I'm looking for a specific piece of information on a project that I'm doing, or I want to learn one feature of something I'm working on. And I go in and it's so noisy that I come out with 6 new ideas. And there I am multitasking on just too much.
I know, it's crazy.
What was I doing here?
Yes. It's your brain just like it's impossible to have focus. Like, it's just impossible.
And I mean, you don't have to do it all either, right? Because I think that's the point. And I think the internet really thrives off of like this scarcity mindset, right? That it's like you're always missing something. You're not doing enough. And I don't know, I feel that way personally about social media, because I've never been big on social media personally. And I realized that like as a freelancer, you have to leverage it in some way because you need to market yourself, which I don't like doing. I just don't. And so I had to kind of battle with this, and now I'm just on Pinterest. You know what? It's a nice, easy, low effort, not as noisy in a way. But I had to make that decision for myself. I had to go inwards, like you were saying before. And not hear, all the gurus who were saying, you need to be on TikTok, you need to be on Instagram, you need to be on YouTube. And I was like, you know what? Sorry, I'm not gonna go.
Just gonna do me.
Yeah, maybe it will take 7 more years, but at least, I'm following, what makes sense for me. And that doesn't mean that it's bad to be on those platforms. It's not. It's great. But it's just not for me, I don't think, at this
I think
time.
it all starts within, and that's why we get so overwhelmed and confused, because we usually start like, okay, that person said that thing, so that means YouTube is the best thing ever. But until you actually do it, like, you don't know what's gonna be good for you until you actually spend time with yourself and try it, or give yourself like, okay, 90 days. I think I'm gonna start a YouTube channel, but I don't know if that's right for me. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to be consistent with it. Give yourself 90 days and test it. Or if you have no idea about like what you want to do, one thing that I've done it before was doing a social media detox, and it was so hard in the first week, but it was so good afterwards that I didn't want to come back, but I had to, because obviously I have a business, and social media is still a big part of it. Is a way to connect with like people that want to work with me and just express myself as well. I try to make it fun, and I try to make it an outlet for me to express myself, but it's not. I still prefer YouTube because I like to go deeper into things, and I don't want that. I don't like that pressure. Okay, I posted something, it has to perform now. So I like YouTube because of that, because you publish something and then it can perform really well a year from now, and it's something that is going to be there in the internet. Someone's going to find it in the world, and if they search for it. And so I always try to optimize and create something that is more sustainable. As Maria said, Pinterest is something that works for her. So is a search engine, is something that it works on her skills, like visual skills and things that she enjoy already. So there are so many platforms out there. You can just pick the one that fits you, not the one people tell you to do.
Or not all of them.
Please no.
Definitely not all of them.
Choose one.
Choose one, please.
Just choose one. And
Focus.
If you really want to, maybe two. Well, let's start with one.
Yeah, definitely.
Are you on any, Kelly?
Well, I mean, as a photographer, I was on Instagram. But then I think it was maybe at the beginning of the year or even last year, it was so like getting very toxic. But it's like you said, Leticia, I followed so many other photographers, and it sort of became like this group of photographers, outdoor photography, following each other, and it sort of was like, it felt like showing off, and it didn't feel honest anymore. And the moment I opened up the app, I was like, oh, he's or she's better than me, and it didn't feel good. So I was like, I don't think I'm gonna post on Instagram anymore. So, and I was like cold turkey. I closed it. I shut like all away, just gone. And I didn't check it anymore. And I was like, yeah, that feels very good, actually. My self-esteem suddenly went like way up. So, yeah.
It is. I had that feeling before when I had when I did a social media detox, and it was really hard in the first week because I was so addicted to, especially going on stories and just checking. I was addicted, like checking if people watch my stories. So when you publish something, you just want to see who's. And I was like, this is not healthy. We need to stop this right here. And I was just wasting so much time and comparing myself. And I would start the day very happy, everything's going well. I'm so happy I made a sale today, and I got this done today. And then you go on social media, I made 6 figures today. Today's just a normal day for me. And it's just
God, yes.
Oh,
And
I
I
hate
was
it.
like, I don't know.
Yeah, you never feel good. Then suddenly you're like, oh, I'm a failure. I'm like,
Yeah.
I'm a loser, or like you're just, the comparing part. It just, yeah, it's not fun.
terrible. And
It's
I don't know
terrible.
about you guys, but for me, even more than like thinking that I'm doing something wrong, it's like I feel like I'm always behind on a
Yeah.
to-do list that no one is even given me.
Yes.
It's crazy. So, first of all, as a multi-passionate or as a freelancer who's doing many creative things, my to-do list is a problem because I'm always adding to it and not necessarily finishing everything. So, I'm going to get on the 12-month program, the 12-week program.
Yeah.
But when you go online, you just realize how much you're not doing because so and so's doing this and this and so's doing this and this, and I should have posted, I don't know, whatever, one social media thing. I'm thinking about Substack now. So on Substack you have the notes section, which it's like social media, let's be honest.
Yeah, it is.
So yeah, some people are like, you have to post 1 note a day or 3 notes a day or something, and here I am. When I remember, I posted
one. It's like, I posted 1 a week, maybe 2. Oh no!
And suddenly you're like, no wonder my newsletter doesn't grow. I don't post regularly. I'm failing at that, and it's too much.
It is. On the note of like to-do lists, I just want to add a really good book. It's called, I think, 4,000 Weeks from Oliver Berkman.
Okay.
And I mean, have a read, and then the to-do list suddenly feels very less important than before.
Ooh, so, I'm intrigued. You've caught my attention, Kelly.
Yeah, me too, because a to-do list is always a problem.
Yes,
exactly. I've tested so many systems, and I love Notion. I'm the systems girly. I love it. But to-do list is always going to be a problem. It's always going to be that thing that is endless, especially for creatives, because we just keep adding to it forever.
I don't know if you guys resonate with this, but I mean, I'm just like you, Leticia. Like, I have everything on Notion. I love my Notion template. Like, I procrastinate on Notion. Let's be honest at this point.
Yes.
I love Notion. Sometimes I have my to-do lists there, but I need to just pick up my paper and write it down, even though it's in Notion, because it feels like if I write it down, I have to do it. Like, it's urgent, you know? I don't know if you get that as well. Like, sometimes you just have to
I do that as well in a post-it.
Yeah.
Like, the post-it is serious for me. Like, Notion, not that serious. But post-it is serious because I sometimes, like, if I have too many things, I just write in a post-it, like, 3 checklists, 3 things, and I leave it in my desk, and I'm watching that, like, all the time. So that feels really serious, and I have to check that thing. Otherwise, so I cannot eat, I cannot sleep. And it's the Notion, at least I can close it and forget about it.
Yeah,
but
that's
a post-it is serious.
It's always there.
A post-it is serious. I feel like that should be a title of something. A post-it is serious.
It's quite funny though. I love that. There's something about writing down, like with, like, you know,
your hand,
a pen in your hand and writing it literally. Yeah, that's true.
That's true. I think we have one more question. Kelly, you want to read it?
So too. Yeah, okay. So you've hit major milestones, like your sales, your programs on YouTube, you're even a Notion ambassador. So what happens after you make it, I guess? How do you keep evolving without expecting your business to fulfill all your needs?
Wow, that's a great question. I was thinking about it because when you say, like, you make it, I don't think it ever gets to a point that, okay, I made it everything. You always have that goalpost is always moving. Once you're nearly reaching a goal, you're already looking to the next one. And I find it that sometimes I get so obsessed about a goal, and when I reach it, I just have that happiness. Of course, I feel very happy and I'm fun. It boosts my confidence, but it's very, very, like, it goes very fast. Like, one day, like, you buy something, it's that thing, like, oh, you really want to buy that thing, but when you buy it, you are happy for 2 days, and then you forget, okay, that's my car now, that's my
next one.
Next.
Yeah.
But I try to, instead, I find it that I enjoy the process of like pursuing that thing and doing it and looking forward to it than the actual achievement. I don't know if that makes sense, but I
Yeah, it
always felt
does.
that way. And that's why I always try to romanticize the process. I used to have a post-it, again, post-it, serious. How can you make it enjoyable? So I used
Oh
to leave that
yes.
post-it very like in my wall, and every day that I sat to work, I was like, okay, how can I make this fun? How can I make this enjoyable? So I actually look forward to do the thing, and execute things, and not just expecting to be happy only when I reach that destination. And when it comes to like expecting the business to fulfill my needs, this is something that I've been through it. I've been full time on my business for 2 years, and I just had this expectation that because it was a digital business, I could do anything I wanted, and that I could have everything that the business had to fulfill all my needs in all areas. And of course, that's impossible.
Yeah.
And I got really frustrated about it, especially because sometimes like we see people, okay, the digital product business is the best model because it's scalable, because it's that, but you need to take in consideration what works for you. So for example, I had to go through the process to understand that I actually don't enjoy working by myself all day for 2 years. And
Yeah.
I was fighting against this because I was like, this is everything you ever wanted. Why do you want to change
Yeah.
it now? And there's no way that I could make my business like physical business. So recently, last month, I started a part-time job, 2 days a week. And this might sound like very like contradictory, like why would do that? Like everyone asks, okay, is the business not working? Or
Yeah.
no, everything's working. It's just it doesn't work for me to be at home in a desk all day. I love chat with people. This is the highlight of my day. Like
Yay.
I just love chatting,
Yeah.
yapping with people, and just this is something that the business was not fulfilling, and
Yeah.
it doesn't have to. The business is there to serve people, to serve me, of course, like financially, to support me, to support my family, but it doesn't necessarily has to fulfill all my needs. So if I'm feeling like a creative urge, like I want to do something new, I started embroidering. Like my husband gave me that embroidery kit. So I was just like before bed, I, instead of like scrolling, I'm like an old lady embroidering. I
I
just
love
feel
it.
like an old lady when I'm doing that. I don't know why,
That's
but
awesome.
it's so funny. So I try to find different things. Okay, I'm bored now. I just signed up to another gym. I'm gonna start a new gym this week that has Pilates, that has different
Yay.
classes. So I try to fulfill my needs in other places, not just the business. And that it's I'm actually so excited about my business again after some time, because I had so much pressure. Okay, this has to work. This is a business. This is not just fun anymore. Like it has to pay the bills. And once you take that pressure off, no, it's okay. Like you can do it your way, in a way that actually works for you and for your personality. And it doesn't have to make sense to other people. And it doesn't. So yeah, that's how I am navigating that. I just started, by the way, these part-time jobs, only
That's
two
so
days a week,
exciting.
and I just look forward to go to, because people are nice in there. We just talk with people, and it's just fun, and it's a time that I'm not thinking about business, and I always go back to work on my business. I feel more excited, and it's working. So I'm just gonna do what works for me in whatever season I'm in. This might change 6 months from now. This might change, might not, it will change. So we don't know exactly how, but it is going to change. We're always evolving, and we just need to adapt in a way that works for us. So that's how I'm doing it.
I honestly I love that. Like that is such like a perfect answer, I think. Like evolving and doing what is right for you, and like it's really amazing that you noticed that like some things weren't like good for you, and that you noticed it and you changed it, and now you're like, I'm happy I found like the social part, I found it in a part-time job, and like the financial part is in my business. It's like, yep. Really
And
cool.
it's not an easy process.
No.
It's not,
exactly.
because as I am saying here, it sounds like, oh, she just noticed and then she changed it. But it's a fight. It's literally a fight with
really
yourself.
difficult.
Because you tell yourself a story. You're always telling yourself a story.
Yes.
Oh, it has a successful business has to be full time. For example, that was a story that I had. No, if you want a successful business, you have to do that full time with all your time. And that needs to be your 100% focus. And I had to break that down into my, like, break that story. No, it actually doesn't. You need to do what works for you. And then you get pressure from the outside as well, because people are going to ask questions. When I told my nan, for example, she's 80 years old. When I told her, she's like, oh my goodness, are you okay? Do you have money to pay the bills? Do you have you shouldn't, because I moved cities as well. I living in a bigger house as well. My life improved and it got more expensive as well. But she was like, oh my God, you can't pay the bills. What's happening? You should have listened to me. You should never quit this job.
No.
And so you have to protect yourself in the process. So this is something that I've always done in my journey, in my business, in my creative pursuits, because it's so sensitive. This energy is so sensitive and is so divine. It's something magical, but you have to protect it at all costs until you are 100%, not 100%, 90% safe to share and handle what's going to come back to you, because you don't know like how people are going to react.
That's so true.
Yeah.
And it's funny because, you would think about it maybe in the opposite way, like in the sense of like when you want to get out of like a stable 9 to 5, predictable kind of job to do something unexpected, like start your own business, right? People will be like, oh, be careful, be careful. But you wouldn't so much think about the opposite, that if you then want to add, like a stable part-time job, that people will be like, what? It's funny because, yeah, you're absolutely right. It's your journey, so it is a very personal thing, and only you know what's best for your success, which you define at the end of the day, right? Because maybe for some person who enjoys, working from home all the time and doesn't need, much social interaction, having the one business is a success. But for someone who needs a bit more of, that balance between the social element and the individual, it's not. So again, it's very, very valuable to have that self-awareness to, just really, meditate, reflect, have that. I like that you said that moment of silence. It's so crucial to really listen to, what you need, because it's always evolving, it's always changing, and you need to honor yourself. It's
and make that space as well, and prioritize, put in your calendar, put like
put it on a sticky note, put it on a sticky note,
put it on a post-it and take it serious, put it on your bathroom mirror and schedule it, because otherwise it's not happening. The world is just trying to pull our attention. Like, we have so many responsibilities as adults as well. So if you don't make the time, if you don't say, no, I'm just going to go to a coffee shop for 3 hours and I'm going to just sit with myself for 3 hours, you're not going to do it. It's much more expensive to continue living something that is not aligned and forcing something and hustling and really draining yourself in something that is not for you, just because you didn't take the time to think about it and really like reflect and be in silence and think about it.
100%. It's already dark where Kelly is. I can see.
I think I might just have to put the lights on.
You put the light on.
It's like a little moonlight. You can like.
Oh no!
Wait.
This is when you know it's definitely the season.
That's why
I have a moonlight as well. Hang on.
But
I have a moonlight as well.
It's not light enough.
I have a moonlight as well.
Oh, that's so cute.
Nice.
I know.
I need to get one of those myself.
Yep, you do. Let's all buy moon lamps.
Alrighty. Well, I think we are ready for our lightning round.
Yeah,
I don't know about
we
you
are.
guys. It's gonna
I
be
don't know if
great.
I'm ready.
Yeah.
You are
Don't be
you
scared.
were born ready, trust me.
Yes.
So don't overthink it. It's fine.
No.
It's just whatever comes into your head. And if you can't answer, don't worry.
Maybe
No
we'll
pressure.
start. No, well, we already know. So we already know your zodiac sign. That's good.
Yeah.
Just a reminder for anybody who didn't hear. Leticia is a
Libra.
Whoop
Yay.
whoop.
With rising, Libra rising as well.
Oh,
Very, very
double
Libra.
Libra. Oh, well, I also have like 5 placements in Libra. It's so much Libra. It's crazy. It's crazy. We
Tell
like
me about
asking everyone, and it's actually
Yep,
so funny
it's the
because
thing.
we've gotten a nice diverse amount of
Yeah.
people. I don't know, I like astrology. What can I say? Anyways, are we ready? Let's do alternate, Kelly?
Yeah.
Okay,
that's
you want to
cool.
start?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Hit it.
Okay. So the first one, a Notion feature you can't live without.
Databases.
Whoa, that was fast.
Wow.
See?
Really
I love
fast.
Wow,
databases,
on
yeah.
the mark.
That's one.
That's so true. It's like essential. Okay. One template that you would recreate from scratch if you had to start over.
The 12-week year.
Okay. So stay tuned. Maybe there will
Yeah.
be a 2.1 coming.
Who knows? Who knows?
There's actually a Christian version coming because I'm
Ooh.
on a season like putting like God at the center of it, and I'm learning a lot. So I want a theme for the 12-week year is going to be a Christian theme. So I have a hub with different versions I've created already. So yeah, it's always evolving. So
Interesting.
Yeah, very. I'm intrigued. Okay, so morning person or a night owl?
morning person, definitely.
Team Kelly. Okay, I see. Okay. A goal you're excited about right now.
I haven't set my goals yet.
Sorry, too soon.
I'm
too
in the
soon.
process.
We
Yeah,
still have
it's a
2
little-
weeks. We're
Ask me
fine.
next year. Ask me next
Exactly.
year because I'm actually in the process now.
Okay.
Like
Maybe something fun. Like, do you have like a goal for hobbies or like just random stuff you want to visit?
I am actually launching a new course on how to edit videos on CapCut because
Okay.
I actually pre-sold that on Black Friday. I haven't created yet, and a lot of people they just were excited about it. So this is something I'm looking forward to just share how I edit my videos. It's something that is fun for me. It's just
Yeah.
Amazing.
next year,
Awesome, yeah.
coming in January.
All right.
Coming
Stay
soon.
tuned. Okay. The favorite part of living on the UK coast?
Oh, interesting.
You can say more
It's-
than one thing. It's
Yeah.
fine.
Wow. It's hard to say something when it's winter, you know, everything.
That's so
I'm
funny.
joking. But what I love about the culture here is that they are very organized and punctual. So this is very different from Brazil. Like when you go in an appointment or when you go out with someone, they are just very punctual. And time is our most expensive resource. So I really
True.
admire
So
people
true.
that just respect the time and just are very punctual. So I love this about them. Yeah.
That's nice.
That's such a good point, honestly. I can resonate with that because nobody's punctual in Portugal. Maybe some people are.
Brazil, no.
We have that
if
in
you are
common.
going out, if you are going out with friends in Brazil, if they say, "Hey, I'm leaving now," they're actually in the shower.
They're at home. Yeah.
They're actually watching Netflix and they you know
100% same.
Okay, here is like 50-50, I think.
But it's much better. Trust
Trust
me,
me.
Kelly. Oh,
I'm pretty
gosh.
sure.
Oh my gosh. Okay. So, what is a one belief about business that you wish more creatives would let go of?
That it has to be hard. I feel like this is a big one that we have to hustle, that it has to be blood, sweat, and tears and like that dramatic thing. And it doesn't really like it.
I love
doesn't mean
that.
it's gonna be super easy, but it doesn't have to be that hard.
Yeah.
Like
There's like a
if it's-
middle point between
Yeah.
terrible and effortless.
Yeah,
Yeah.
definitely.
I like
Yes,
that.
that's true. Okay.
I feel like
Coffee,
the next
tea-
one, this
oh,
is the hardest one. I was going to say, this is going to be the hardest one.
Yeah, I
Good
think so
luck.
too.
Ooh.
Yeah,
Coffee, tea, or matcha? It's even worse. You added the third one.
I know.
Oh, matcha and coffee, they are like, I'm a Libra, you know, I can't pick one.
That's why I said it was going to be the
Matcha,
hardest
some
one.
days, it depends on the mood.
It's
If I'm
true.
mood matcha or coffee, it depends.
It's
it
funny
depends on the
how-
season as
Yeah.
well.
That's true also. It's funny how this one, like, it feels very simple, but
It's
people
the
are
hardest
like
one.
not willing to choose. It's like, nope,
I
I
know.
cannot.
I
compromise.
need to have them all.
Yeah, because
Like
for
my
instance-
husband,
Yeah.
he has ADHD, and I don't know what happens with him. He always has 3 cups in his desk. It doesn't matter. Like, it doesn't matter what day is it, like what's
Yeah.
happening, the season, it doesn't matter. Every time, 3 cups.
That's
at
so
least.
funny.
3
That's
drinks.
so
That is
funny. I feel like this is the hardest question because it really does depend on a lot of things. Like,
Yeah.
even like with caffeine, for instance, like I personally don't drink like anything caffeinated after lunchtime. Like after lunch is the last one possible
Yeah.
because otherwise I don't like it.
Yeah.
And so then I like tea.
Yeah. It's
So
true.
it's like-
It's so true.
You
Yeah.
know, it's a toss. Okay. So, a creator who inspires you at the moment.
Well, that's a hard one because I'm not actually consuming a lot of content now.
Yeah, after we're
But-
asking this question after you've told us to
Yeah.
block.
To
Just
not like.
kidding. I'm just joking.
Right. Ignore
No,
this
actually,
one.
I have one,
Okay.
which is Simon.
Mhm.
He has a YouTube channel, a Notion focused YouTube channel as well, which is called Better Creating. Highly recommend if you want to
Okay.
learn Notion. He has like over 100,000 subscribers,
Wow.
and he goes, I met him in a Notion event.
Cool.
He's really, really nice. And I just love everything he does. Yeah.
Okay.
Awesome.
Amazing. Okay,
Okay.
last one.
Yeah, last one. One word that describes the season of life you're in.
Is build, I would say, because I'm in a season now that I know I want to have a family, but I'm not ready to have one
Yeah.
yet. So I'm in that middle, like
Yes.
I know I want this, but I'm not ready
Yeah.
for it.
Yeah.
So I'm actually building foundations and
Mhm. Wow.
things to make this easier for me when I get to that season, if that makes sense. So I
Yes.
want to build, grow my
Yeah.
income streams. I want to have systems in place. I want to delegate more. So it's more about like building systems and really, I don't know if build is the
That
right
sounds
word.
like the
So,
perfect word. Yeah.
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 That's where I'm at.
Beautiful answer, I think, to wrap
I
up
love
the
that.
whole show.
And it
episode
even
with.
and it even makes sense. Sorry, astrology nerd. It even makes
Love
sense with this season that you're in because you're coming into your
It's
Saturn
true.
return, and it's just all about responsibility. I love
Oh,
she's
please, I'm
scared.
not ready for it.
It's okay because we've been through it and we're
I
fine.
hope I survive.
You will
I hopefully
definitely
I'll survive
survive.
and I'll tell a story next.
Yeah. It's like what Saturn did to me. No, I'm kidding.
I know.
It's just all
Was
about
2025
responsibility.
not enough?
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
Yeah, I'm ready to move on though. Like, yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. Like 2026, apparently, according to the Chinese zodiac, right? It's like the
Yeah.
year of the fire horse. I'm scared of
Yeah.
what that means. It
What does
sounds
that
fast.
mean?
It sounds intense. Hold your horses.
Wow.
Oh God.
I don't
That
know
sounds
what it means.
scary. I don't know what to expect.
I don't know. Just hold on to your seat.
Expect the unexpected.
That
Yeah,
feels
love that.
accurate. Yes. Go with what Kelly said, and you'll be fine.
Yeah, I'll put that in my post-it, definitely.
Yeah.
I'm gonna start putting like post-its all around my house now. I feel like that's gonna be a good New Year's resolution for me. Okay.
Awesome. Okay.
Well,
Thank
that
you
is
so much.
all of our questions. Yeah.
It was really great. I think it was really fun.
That was
Lots
fun.
of,
Yeah,
like,
I was so
inspiration
nervous for
too.
the fire questions, but it was actually really
See,
fun.
it was fun.
Yeah, no, if it was all questions like the coffee and tea questions, it would be a problem
Yeah,
because
no, that would be too much. Sorry,
Too much.
I wouldn't be able
You
to
couldn't
do that
handle
one.
that.
I wouldn't do that.
I
to
couldn't
you.
do the coffee one. I had
No.
to be in the middle, but
Yeah.
Libras will understand.
It's only with trivial things though. I have to say, like the big decisions I feel like actually we're quite headstrong about. But if
Yeah.
it's like pick a color, I'm like, ah, you know,
Help.
I know.
it's terrible. Well, thank you
I
so
know.
much. I know that our listeners will be super inspired because, you know, this is just it's so nice that, you know, on the podcast we speak to people who are in different stages, you know, not only of life, but also of their creative journeys. So it's a huge inspiration to see someone who's, you know, already been through the many stages, like having a full-time
Yeah.
job, having a full-time job while trying, you know, their
Yeah,
side
business.
project,
Yeah.
and then transferring to that, and then bringing back this.
And then still, yeah.
It's so inspiring.
Never ending.
Never
It's
ending.
never
Exactly.
ending.
But that's the
Yeah.
point, right? It's to evolve as we go. I think that's a nice little conclusion to
Yeah,
begin.
that was really lovely. Thank you guys for having me, Kelly and Maria. It was really fun. I didn't even see the time go. It was
Yeah.
just so
I love
fun
that.
that
Thank you. That's the
I
whole,
loved it.
yeah, that's why we do it.
That is
I think
why
I
we
might
do
need
it.
to start a podcast because this was so much
I
fun.
know.
See?
I know, right?
Here's a new idea. And for anyone who's listening, don't worry, we're putting all of the links, all of the resources, everything we've, you know, mentioned here
Yes.
that you might want to look at afterwards. We'll leave it in the description
Yes.
below so you can take a look and definitely follow along
Yeah.
with Leticia as well in
And
2026.
also, Happy New Year.
Yes.
Right? Because we're recording
Yeah,
this in
happy
2025, but it will
2026.
be 2026.
right.
Oh no.
Oh, I actually forgot that. I was like, oh, this is going to launch, you know, tomorrow. No, it's
Oh,
launching
no.
in January. Exactly.
Yeah. So yeah, Happy
Exactly.
New Year.
Happy
And
New Year.
I hope you had a great holidays.
And now start
So-
planning with more intention.
Yes, exactly.
Yes.
Thank
yes,
you for
exactly.
listening.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. Bye.
Bye.
Thank you. Ciao.